Hey everyone, I'm going to try something new today. I like to work out here outside. I live at the coast of California, on the coast of California. It is in the middle of October and it's just beautiful. It starts out kind of cool. A couple of my videos I'll have a sweater on for part of the video, and then I'll have a lighter shirt actually because the weather changes like that. It was a little bit foggy today. This morning it was so nice. But so I like to sit outside, and we live right on the side of Highway 101. So there's a lot of traffic. So I'm going to try this and see if you can hear me while I'm working. I'm also trying to work out the angles of my video, so bear with me. First of all, I have these two wreath forms. I have this smaller one and this much bigger one. I thought I would put some florals in them. I'm pretty sure this wire came from Michael's a while ago. I've had it for years, but you can always pick it up at the dollar store as well. I don't know if you can, at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if you can get 22 gauge, but this is 22 gauge, and I recommend this, or even a little heavier, when you're making wreaths with fresh ingredients. Because it's just got better grab to it. The lighter wire doesn't seem to hold things, especially things like eucalyptus that are kind of heavy. So I'm using this today. And then, let me see. There's different species of eucalyptus. I live at the coast, so there's eucalyptus everywhere here. But most of the eucalyptus that you find growing around is the eucalyptus with the long leaves on them. And those are great for something that you want to really droop. I make a really pretty heart wreath out of that eucalyptus. But here, I want to come up a little bit closer to the camera. But you see, this eucalyptus has these beautiful little rounder tear-shaped leaves that are just incredible. What I want to do is, I don't want to cover the whole wreath. I just want to make, my goal is going to be to put a spray on both sides here, and then put a bow in the middle on each one. So I'll start with the small one. So what you want to do is just have an old wreath laying around the house. You can also pick up the grapevine wreaths at the Dollar Tree, or you could also use a wire wreath at the Dollar Tree. You would just have to cover the wire part. You could wrap it with burlap. You could fill it in with something else and then put this on there, or, well, for this type of wreath, you would, if you were using a wire wreath, I recommend just getting the Dollar Tree burlap that they have in the rolls, and just wrapping the part of the wreath that isn't going to have the arrangement part on it. That would also look very nice. So you get your eucalyptus, and I'm going to make a spray, so I'm going to keep these a little bit longer than I would in a regular wreath. But another great thing about eucalyptus is the branches break off so easily that you don't need scissors or loppers. So I'm gonna grab pieces like this. These are probably 10 inch, about almost a foot long. I got some bug-eaten leaves that we don't want, so I'm gonna take those off. And then I'm just gonna go through here and grab a handful of sprigs until I have what I like. I'm down to the bottom of this big pile of eucalyptus that I grabbed. So this is kind of the leftovers. It's not what I would choose exactly, because these are the tips, and they have all of these brand new sprouts of the pods, which I'm going to add. I am going to add some of these into the spray, into the two sprays that will go on the sides. But so just grab some until you have, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 8 here. That's quite a good amount, until it's as much as you want. And then, well, I've got some bug-eaten leaves in here, and you just go and you just trim them right out. So I'll trim those out. So some people add theirs directly to the wreath. I always like to gather mine first so that I just have them ready to put on. So you guys see what I'm doing. Also, it's good too because this way I have this one, and when I make the other one, I can make sure that it's the same size. There's a lot of things, see, I make sure that they're about the same on both sides. He made a handy little handle right there, so I think that we will work from there. But because it's gonna have a bow in the middle, I'm working from both sides. We're gonna add one on each side. So we attach this. And we're gonna need some room because we're gonna add flowers. So, and get it in there firmly. When I was 30, this was easier. So just make sure that it's firm in there and it's not gonna fall out. So there we have, there's one. And then we'll be putting the other one about right there. And this will be meant to hang this way. So I'm just gonna use big wire. And I'm gonna attach it to this first a little bit. I'm also a learn as you goer. Learn as you doer. So, okay, so about right and then equidistant apart. I hope you can hear me over the traffic. So here we have this so far. And I think because I'm just doing it as I go along, I definitely want to use these ones. And you could take the flowers off and just glue them, but and you could do that, but I don't have the glue gun out here, so I'm gonna wire mine. So there's two different ways you can do that. Like this green leaf, and I want it to be closer to the flower, so we'll put it up there. This is not scissor sacrilege. These scissors are specifically for this. I promise. These are my wire cutter scissors. I have wire cutters and they don't know where they are. So you do with what you have, correct? We do with what we have. So I want it to be the same on both sides. So, and because these are wire, I am just going to shove it in there. Let me know in the comments what you do as far as recycling your wreath go. Do you buy a new wreath every time? Do you tear yours apart and redo them? Because that's what I do. I'm forever redoing wreaths. I'm gonna do one. I had a fall wreath from a couple of years ago. All I had was this sparkly burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree. It was just hideous, but I did the best I could with it, and it was so horrible. And I used it for a minute or two, and I'm taking it apart. I'm taking it all the way apart because I have something very special to share with you. I came up with an idea the other day. I had an idea the other day, and it's brand new. I've never seen it anywhere, but let's see. So I'm taking apart that wreath so that I can show you that, and it's something brand new. Neat thing about wire, when you leave the wire on the flowers, is you can bend it so that you can present the flower better. You can make it stick out more or whatever. So there we have one sunflower, and it needed a couple flowers. And because just now that flower was wanting to fall over, if you find yourself having a problem with that, you can glue it, or you can wire it to be more secure. I think I will add just this one more flower. I had 4, I have 5. I like to do 5s. Odd numbers are always better when you're decorating. The eye likes that. The eye likes an odd number. So you know, it's a little tip. I've been a florist. I've done millions of weddings. I should show you my tissue paper roses that I came up with. I had a friend who got married and she had 0 money. So we did her entire wedding with crepe paper roses, and they looked so real. Everybody thought they were real. I can say that in my lifetime, I've made probably 1,000. I think I made 1,000. Now I'm just doing something simple here. This is not going for vogue. This is just something simple to put upstairs on my porch. I want all the flowers to show, so but the neat thing about the wire is once I stick them in there, I can twist it around and like that, and I don't want them to be exactly the same, so I've got those flowers are mixed around a little bit, like there. And then what I thought I'd do here is lay one more piece of eucalyptus over the top and give it more of a layered look to give it some dimension. I'm seeing how it's gonna look. I think it might not work. It's too much. Ah. Just stick it in there. Any way you do that, you have to. I might want to pull these out a little bit more. Yeah. We'll pull them out a little bit. And then that way we can lay the eucalyptus in there and then put the flowers over the top. I'm already thinking of a better way to do this. Would be to put the eucalyptus down and then put the flowers on top. I just have too much. Only need a little bit here. And this is the fun thing about decorating and making things, is you work as you go. You do it. You do with what you work with what works. You go with what works. See that? I had too much. Okay, you probably already knew that. You're sitting at home going, "You've got too much. She's got too much. It just needs to take some lot." I figured it out. Okay, so I just had too much there, and then just add this little bit more here on this side. I have a tendency to use a lot of wire. I just want it to be secure. I probably waste wire. Okay, so I really want that sunflower to show more. So, and it's really just got to be something simple. I don't want anything extravagant here. So here's the finished product. I went back and I added the fall leaves. It just made it so much more richer and added what it was missing is what I'm thinking. And I added a clumpy bow. I used a nice deep red ribbon for, you know, the fall colors. So I just think it turned out wonderful. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate you. I hope you're learning something. You can always add something in the comments and like and subscribe and hit the bell, all that stuff you do. Thank you so much.